Hi, my name is Avery Petchke, and I am presenting my treatment group design for LGBTQ domestic violence survivors. So, when I was researching this specific population here in Arizona, I found it interesting that LGBTQ adults make up around 4.3% of the population in the Phoenix metro area. This estimates to be about 150,000 people. And additionally, I found that lesbian and bisexual women, transgender individuals, and non binary individuals are significantly more likely to experience domestic violence than cisgender individuals. However, at the same time, I also found that LGBTQ individuals in Arizona are less likely to seek mental health care than non LGBTQ individuals. Currently, Arizona is lacking in services geared towards this specific population. The current services for domestic violence survivors largely leave out the LGBTQ community and are directed towards cisgender women and their children. And the programs that are LGBTQ specific often are statewide or national programs and not local, so there are not locally available services. Our target population for this treatment group are adults years 18 of age or older that reside here in the Phoenix metro area and who self-identify as LGBTQ and as domestic violence survivors. For the specific group type, this is going to be a specialty group, which is a treatment group that addresses problems specific to a unique population. And this specific specialty group will provide a space for our clients to share experiences, receive feedback, and support one another, process their traumas together, and learn skills to manage their symptoms through DBT, which is dialectical behavior therapy. The reason for choosing this group type is because it addresses a clear gap in services available for this population. The group setting is also important to allow for connection and shared learning for the clients, as they typically can learn better from one another compared to just a one-on-one therapeutic setting. It also allows the members of this minority group to connect with others who may understand them more closely and addresses the varying needs of this target population through a multifaceted group approach. This is going to be just an overview of our group session and agendas. So the proposed treatment group will cover 90-minute sessions once a week for 8 weeks. And each session will involve psychoeducation, skills learning or practice, and support and processing. So we have an example here for sessions 1 and 2. So week 1, there will be group introductions, psychoeducation on DBT Module 1, which is mindfulness, then group sharing, support, and processing. Week 2 would be a refresher on mindfulness, followed by skills, application, and practice, so actually implementing those mindfulness skills. And then again, group sharing, support, and processing. So this will be the sort of flow of the whole treatment group for the 8 weeks. So you'll have 2 sessions for each DBT module. There are 4 DBT modules. So the first session for a module is going to focus more on the psychoeducation. The second session for that module will focus more on the skills, application, and practice. And as you can see, every single group session also provides time for that group sharing, support, and processing. So the reason for selecting these specific interventions, so dialectical behavior therapy has been proven to be effective for victims of intimate partner violence, as well as when used with the LGBTQ population. So that's the reasoning for selecting that specific therapeutic intervention. And there's also evidence for support and processing and how important those are for domestic violence survivors, because they increase the social support and help with symptom management and improving survivors' lives after domestic violence. This group does have some strengths as well as limitations. For our strengths, it is evidence-based. It addresses varying needs of this population. It should improve symptom management for the clients, increase their social support, and addresses a clear gap in services. Our limitations for this treatment group is that it does only target adults. There could potentially be younger individuals who would benefit from a treatment group similar to this. Additionally, DBT may or may not be beneficial for every potential group participant. Sometimes DBT just does not click for a certain client. And lastly, despite having shared qualities, so being members of the LGBTQ community as well as domestic violence survivors, there can still be variance between group participants that could challenge the dynamic of the group. In order to evaluate the effectiveness of this treatment group, we could conduct two different evaluations. So a process evaluation gives group members an opportunity to provide feedback. So this could be done in like an open discussion format where participants come back after all 8 sessions and provide their feedback, things we can improve on or things that they particularly liked for the group. And secondly is the outcome evaluation, which assesses whether the goals of the group were met. And this could be done through a survey or questionnaire. We can assess for symptom reduction as well as assess how supported our clients felt throughout this treatment group. In conclusion, it's clear to see there's a lack of services available for LGBTQ domestic violence survivors here in the Phoenix metro area. This population would benefit from group treatment that will help increase their support, and the DBT and process and support groups are both evidence-based practices to use with this population to help, again, with the symptom management as well as just increasing their support systems. This group could be evaluated with process and outcome evaluations to determine its effectiveness. And these are the references. Thank you very much.